Seltzer.com. Get some 8% seltzer shipped right to your house. We got the peach, we got the watermelon, we got the pina colada, and the blue raspberry. We are currently live in over 300 stores in Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Outer Banks in North Carolina. And if you're heading out to the Major League ballparks this summer, make sure to check us out in the Miami Marlins Stadium, as well as Tropicana Field, home to the Tampa Bay Rays, as well as the Tampa Bay Rowdies. We are live inside all three stadiums. So if you're down in Florida this year, check us out. Go to hardafseltzer.com today and check your store locator or order them right to your house.
Live from our studios in Austin, Texas, this is Drinkin Bros Fake News with Ross Patterson, Dan Holloway, Papa G with the traffic,
How you feel?
Not good.
Yeah?
field reporter Hot Bob, and Delco Dan with sports. Welcome to Fake News.
Yeah, welcome to Drinkin Bros Fake News, everybody. Bringing you the realest, fakest news from over the weekend. Typically, we're on the old Patreon on Mondays, but we had to switch it over here. They got a new interface that we're working with. So we said, you know what? Let's go live on YouTube. Show goes on, okay? If you got some tech issues, keep them to yourself, all right? The show is live. Show goes on. We're doing it today. D'Anthony. Also want to tell the audience, you and I will be in Columbus, Ohio this weekend for the old Penn State versus Ohio State game. Join us if you're out there. It will be at Richard Danoff's tailgates. So hit him up. It's always a fun time. Plenty of hard AF seltzers there now that we're for sale in the States. And we're going to hit up a couple of those bars on Friday nights. So if you want to come out and meet us at the Pint House down in the Short North or Standard Hall down there in Columbus, Ohio, we'll be there, Dan.
Wait, are you sure the Pint House isn't gay?
Positive it isn't gay.
Because it's the Short North.
It is, yeah.
It
used to be the biggest gay area. I think they're getting shuttled out though.
Is there another? Oh, they're sending them to New York.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think they're getting them all out of there.
Well, the good news is instead of tearing up all the hotels to pieces like these illegal immigrants are doing, the gay dudes will probably make them look quite a bit better.
Sure will.
You know what I mean?
Sure will.
Like everybody's got their talents in life, and you don't want to monolith anybody, but certain groups of people are better at certain things, right?
Yeah.
Like some groups can swim really well.
Sure. Some can.
Some not so much. Some people are really good at interior decoration.
Yeah.
And they mostly like things in their butt, right?
Yep.
And I'm fine with that. I think that's
Same
a
here.
reasonable trade-off.
Same here. By the way, when I said they're shuttling them out of there, I mean they is in like the city council. I guess there's some crime down there, and they're just like, yo, the gays are just over it. They were like, we're fucking done with this bullshit. We're gonna take our rich, cool shit out of here. So fuck off. But that I feel like that's most major cities these days.
That's a pretty good tax base, though. Don't you think you should protect the area they're in a little bit?
Yes.
They're dinks.
You should.
Dual income, no children.
Yep.
That's what they refer to themselves as in the Bay Area. Because they both have jobs making $150 plus a year, and they don't have any expenses other than lube and vacations.
And the property values there are sky high because of that reason. Like, dude, there is no better place to go and party and eat and drink down there.
And it's not what you think, by the way, with gay interior designer guys. They're not going to come make your place look gay.
No,
they make it look good.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Just if you're out there looking, some women are good at it. Women you can tell that there's a feminine touch to it, though. Yeah. Which if you're trying to make it look that way, I don't know, knock down the suspicion level of any woman you bring into your home, that might be relevant. But if you're just trying to get a nice place, it's gay dudes.
Yeah, I want a nice Western look, kind of with like, the barn farmhouse type setting here in my house. And I also want a beam that's kind of tall enough for me to loop a rope around so I could strangle bait properly.
Actually, so you could loop a rope that has a noose on both ends, just in case you and your buddy want to strangle bait together. And you can spot each other. As long as one of you stays conscious, you're good.
That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
But both of you got to stay
Yeah.
conscious.
Well, no, at least one person does.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's the battle, right?
Yeah.
Last time you and I did it, we were both unconscious, and I forget who saved who.
It was my dog, Morty.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
The dog pushed us off the
No, he
the
didn't push
beam?
us off. He chewed the rope in half.
We both collapsed on the floor together. Man, I came hard. Typically, the show's on Patreon today. For a reason. Weird being on YouTube, but hey, fuck it, whatever.
I've just been sitting around, not saying weird shit all weekend.
I know, dude. This is why this show is usually on
Got to
Patreon.
get it out.
Well, fuck it. Since we are on YouTube today, this is the first time I think you guys will get to see this, but usually it's on Patreon. We start off the show with these memes from over the weekend. They get super dark. And, we'll find out what happens today. I don't see them in advance, by the way. So Dan just pops them in, and then I react to them live.
There's only one that might get us
today on YouTube.
There's only one that might give us some trouble, and it's not for the reason you think.
Well,
it's for copyright reasons, not for the reason you think. So, but I don't know if it's going to register because it's weird.
Okay.
It's like I guess you could say it's a cover.
Well, the one I sent Bob, I'm not sure then if we can play, but fuck it. Let's give it a go.
What are they going to do?
Exactly.
Take away the $280 we were going to make off YouTube this month? Get fucked, YouTube.
We just got monetized like 2 days ago, and they're like, "Oh, great, here's $200." Oh, thanks, man, because all this costs $200.
That's not even enough to pay for the corn I buy for the deer in my backyard.
Nope, sure isn't.
Sons
friends.
of bitches. They
Sure
do eat
isn't.
a lot of corn though.
All right, Bobby, what do we got first here on the old memes?
This first one is called "For the Love of the Game."
For the love of the game. Oh, look at that, dude. Palestine and Israel. I just want both teams to have fun. Look at that.
That's what we mean when we say having a nuanced take on modern warfare.
Yeah. I talked about this early on Ross Patterson Revolution, but the celebrities picking sides now, and they're just dying to say something, but it's like, there's nothing you can really say about it.
Yeah, you can tell which celebrities are Jewish and which aren't.
Yep.
Because the Jewish ones are mostly in support of Jews, and John Cusack isn't.
What's up with Cusack?
He's just a fucking retard. God.
He's gone off the fucking rails, man.
yeah.
And then he blocks everybody.
He blocks everybody. Yeah, some dude like.
I'm blocked by John Cusack.
Are you really?
Yeah, was it the ID?
Congratulations, Bob.
Yeah, I found his. I'm sorry, I didn't even find. My buddy found his driver's license.
Like in a bar in Chicago or some shit?
Yeah, and he sent it to me, and the driver's license picture was insane. And so I tweeted it with all his stuff X'd out, obviously.
Yeah,
I didn't put any personal info on there. And he blocked me immediately because he looked like he had just done all the cocaine in Chicago.
I assume that's what he does every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met him once. He's one of those guys, he's probably what you expect, where he's just kind of in the back of the bar brooding, and you're like, all right, well, what do you do? Where do you live? And he lives in Malibu.
He looks like a school shooter to me.
Yeah.
Which
Still dresses like that.
Frankly, so do I today, but
Right.
what are you going to do, right?
Yeah, but he lives in Malibu, for Christ's sakes. Get some sun. Enjoy your life.
Yeah.
What do we got up next?
This next one's called Establish Dominance.
Okay. Establish dominance here. Pop that on screen. Oh, boy. There's a truck flying through the air that says, "My dick," and then it says, "Your mom" on one tower, and then "Your dad" on the other tower there. Big fan. Just out of curiosity, are those the Twin Towers?
Yeah, it's the World Trade Center.
Yeah, okay. Look, for the audio listeners, just want to make sure that's what that animation
I didn't want the Jews
is.
to think we were picking on them.
Obviously.
We're going after everybody today.
Everybody today, okay? All the things we're going after today. What do we got up next?
This next one's called Steak Sauce. Going after cows as well.
Okay.
So I've had enough of their bullshit.
Had enough of cows here. Oh, kinky, it says.
So
And
it's a bull about to get in bed with his cow, and he's got a jar of A1 sauce in his hand.
Sure, and that's lube.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. What's that Golden Corral? Yeah, it's the Golden Corral, and then the other one, the Sizzler. They still have A1 on the tables over there.
Yeah, I
Shocked
mean,
to see.
A1 is just Worcestershire sauce and ketchup.
I like it better for fries. I could do some fries in it.
Yeah, well, that's what do you call it? What's it called in England?
Steak frite is.
No.
Oh, chips. Chip sauce.
Fucking Christ, something pea sauce.
Oh yeah.
No idea. I don't get down on A1 at all across the
damn it.
board. I can't do it. I can't get down on A1. at all.
HP, I think it's HP sauce is what it's called in
What does
England.
HP stand for?
Who the fuck knows,
Yeah,
man?
Hocus Pocus.
Yeah,
sauce?
those people, they're retarded. They just look at them.
Yeah.
This
I
next
get it.
one there's audio on it, so you're gonna have to load it up.
Okay.
But it's called Dad Math.
All right. Dad math. There we go. Who's the Instagram account? We'll give him a shout out, Bob.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not there.
No, this is like a reposted
Yeah.
TikTok.
Gotcha.
It looks
So it says here, this is why Louisiana education is number 48. Go ahead and play it here, Bob.
All right, my house, a mile down the road is a store. The average man walks about 5 miles per hour. Why is it taking my dad 18 years to get back?
There you go.
That's a good joke. So, a lot of life, ordinary life, has become performative because of the internet and shit. People just want to get attention or whatever.
Sure.
And it's turned everyone into the class clown, and there's a lot of negative effects from that. But kids in high school and college that are doing presentations that are weird as shit, like the one from last week where it was like famous quotes in Black history, and it was "I can't breathe."
Yeah.
This is the purpose for the internet. Cat videos and shit like this. Nobody wants to see your selfie. Look, I'm helping.
No, you're not.
I'm helping.
Yeah, you're sure not helping.
Put the fucking phone down.
Put the
for
phone
this
down.
stuff, highly recommend doing it.
Big fan of that one. All right, what do we got up next here?
This next one's called The Good Metallica, and we may get a ding for this. I don't know yet.
Okay.
Because technically it is a song, but it's in a different voice.
All right. Play it, Bob. Yeah.
You take me higher.
Thank you, dude.
It's the beauty of AI. This is why AI exists, to do weird shit like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
You take me.
All right, you can cut it.
And it says Metallica, if they were actually good.
Yeah.
I've got Creed over Metallica.
It's close.
I mean,
The body of work is probably a little light on Creed's
yeah,
side.
but Scott Stapp has the body of Christ on his
how
side.
many Creed songs can you name?
So there's Higher, obviously, which
Mm-hmm.
is my favorite. And then there's the slow one,
Arms Wide Open.
Arms Wide Open after that. And that's pretty much where it ends for me, those two. But those two are also so powerful that it's... I think it was me that I just got caught up as a fan of both of those songs.
My Sacrifice is another one.
My sacrifice. So there's three.
Yeah.
All right. So with the three of those songs, I think I got so caught up in all of those that I just listened to them on repeat, and I didn't listen to the rest of their songs.
How funny would it be if you went to a Metallica concert and they covered Creed songs?
Be the fucking best.
Yeah, I would fucking go. I wouldn't go see Metallica again at this point because I've seen them in their prime. You know,
They were here maybe
Yeah.
2 months ago at Jerry
I'm not
World.
I'm not gonna watch 60-year-old dudes do rock.
Okay.
But when in their prime, they were great. But if it was just Creed covers, I would go. I mean, it'd be a short because they only have 3 songs. It'd be a short concert. But
Yeah, but it'd be a great one though. Those
Unless they
three
just
songs
played them
will
on
live with you
repeat.
forever.
if they just played those 3 songs on repeat the whole time.
Have you seen him do it a coup?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I posted.
there's
it
a
one
little
time.
bit too much.
Yeah, there's a lot behind it.
He needs to calm the fuck down, dude. He's like trying to make love to the microphone.
Well, he does a good job of it.
I don't think so.
Yeah, we all came hard.
And you've got one that I haven't seen.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if we can play this now that we're not on Patreon. I mean,
Is it just this? I've seen this video before.
oh, you have?
This is a dude. This celebratory gunfire gone wrong.
Yeah. Is it real?
Yeah, I wouldn't play it.
Okay, good.
But I think you've all seen it. It's. I think it's Saudi Arabia actually, based on the headwear. And a dude is skipping around, firing his AK into the air as they are wont to do, and then he accidentally levels it at somebody and shoots them in the fucking face.
Blows them away.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so this popped up in my feed of when they were celebrating the Israel-Palestine shit. And I don't know what any of these fucking head rags mean, you know? Is that a shock? Was that a shock to you, Delco, back there? It sounded like you reacted to that.
I mean, I was just watching the dude get murked.
Pretty crazy, right?
I'm actually playing it backwards, so he comes.
Yeah, it's in slow.
Oh yeah, that's you're like Superman and Superman.
Oh wow! So he that's real, and he's dead.
Is that Superman 3 where
he's dead.
he flies backwards and changes the rotation of the Earth, and that somehow reverses time?
Yes.
You can tell a physicist wrote that.
But yeah, this guy dies.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, he's
Okay,
dead. He
good.
shot him right in the fucking face, dude.
Good.
But there's even funnier. If you pop around on Twitter, I guess it's mostly murder videos now. You can see a guy. I think he might be Pakistani based on the clothing, but he's trying to fix his AK, and he has it wedged between his knees with the barrel pointed into his face. And then finally,
Oh boy.
it appears to be jammed. Trying to get it on jammed. By the way, one of the rules of weapon safety is always keep the weapon pointed in a safe direction.
Yep.
And
Yep,
your
sure is.
face.
He looked directly
Not a safe
down.
direction,
Yeah.
it turns out. And he shoots himself in the head and just
Yeah.
collapses. And everybody's just like, what the fuck, dude?
That's the
Come on,
craziest thing
Carl.
about This war right now is like literally you just go on Twitter. You don't even ask for it or look for it, and you just see combat
Yeah.
footage.
People getting beat to death and shit.
Do
It's
you
like,
see
And porn,
the-
graphic porn.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting a lot of that.
That's not new. I mean, that's
Yeah, but we're seeing Israel and Palestine
Yeah.
Hamas and everything, just body cam footage of guys actually dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen to a guy die yesterday.
Yeah, I watched that
many times you
reporter.
listen?
I watched that reporter die
4?
3 times from Reuters.
This was a Hamas fighter going into a village, and IDF dude. You never see him on the video, but an IDF dude pops out from somewhere,
And the guy
one
wearing
shot,
the camera dies.
just what guy gets shot, drops, and it's like,
Oh, that's sweet.
Whole death rattle gurgle, like
yeah, that's what it sounds like.
We should fucking do that on Patreon and just, really review these. I think it'd be great.
We would have to use something other than YouTube to publish.
Yeah,
Vimeo or something. Yeah, we could do
obviously.
that.
But the other one was so there's this porn star named Brandy Love, and I think she was going to be a guest on the show.
What are you talking about? There's this porn star like Brandy Love, like she's not. There's this basketball player named Michael Jordan. You may have heard of him.
I was unfamiliar.
She's
with
the
her.
most famous porn actress of all time.
You're kidding.
And it's not even close. Maybe
the blonde Brandy Love?
Maybe Jenna Jameson because she was around longer back in the day. But Brandy Love is like the most famous porn star that exists.
Really?
Yeah.
She's up there for sure.
I
She's
didn't
like
know
an
her.
old MILF.
Yeah, but I didn't like. That's a little old. Either way, she was going to be on the show, and then we had to reschedule. And I think Dana and I went out of town or whatever. She's lovely, and we'd love to have her on the show. So apparently, she's a conservative, and she was also blocked by Cusack. And not a huge shock, but I was like, I wonder what type of content this is. And it was her asshole spread wide open. And it just said, "Happy Sunday." It was like an NFL game going on in the background. Happy Sunday, everybody. I hope your wife is watching football with you and spreading her ass cheeks for you on a Sunday, but I doubt it. And it made me laugh. Like, I loved it. But it was definitely just her buck naked with her asshole spread.
Bold move.
Oh, I actually found she's in this video from Dog Fart Productions.
Big fan of Dog Fart.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love all their work. Their early stuff was very underrated.
Yeah,
Bob.
they do well on Pornhub here, the whole Dog Fart network.
The whole, well, there's a Dog Fart Nation, dude. There's a lot of us out there, you know?
DF Nation.
Yeah. The DFNs, dude. We're out there in these streets.
It's weird. Rob was already subscribed.
Yeah, Bob. I noticed you didn't have to
What are you
click on
doing?
that.
What are you
already
doing over
had it.
there? What are you doing?
Bob's
I'm
just
on-
jacking off.
Dogfartnetwork.com.
Yeah.
Any
But
particular reason?
he was already subscribed over there.
Yeah, but I got it. What is this going somewhere, or are we just fucking around here?
I just was curious. I just didn't know there was a porno company called Dog Fart.
Oh
Yeah, Bob,
It's one of the most
Iconic.
not. I wouldn't. Well, maybe I guess they have a lot of iconic brands under them, like Bang Bus is Dog Fart,
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Well, look at that, dude.
but there's a bunch of weird niche shit on there too.
No shit. Anyways, Brandy Love, delightful Twitter feed. I was unaware how many followers you actually did have, but it's graphic. It's very graphic. I wish we could show that on the fucking show today.
Yeah.
But we can't. Instead, we'll get to the news here, kids. Are Jewish space lasers real? Looks like we might be owing an apology to Marjorie Taylor Greene. Amid the ongoing war crisis against Hamas, Israel is set to deploy its cutting-edge laser weapon system dubbed the Iron Beam to its active combat service for the first time to strengthen its air defense capabilities against various threats. The system, which was not expected to enter service for several more years, according to open source intelligence monitor on Twitter, will act as a short-range component of the Israeli integrated missile defense system. Now, this system is capable of shooting down incoming rockets, drones, artillery, and mortar shells. Iron Beam, officially Megan or Light Shield, is a directed energy weapon air defense system unveiled at the Singapore Air Show on February 11th, 2014 by Israeli defense contractor Rafael Advanced Defense System. So
yeah, that's
that
so it's that Ninja Turtles company.
Oh, it is. Okay,
yeah,
great.
He got into the military-industrial complex after the group split. I don't know if you know this, but the Turtles aren't together any longer.
No, I heard that.
No.
I heard that
There
they all
was some
kind of went their
beef,
separate
yeah.
ways.
was
Do
some
we
beef.
have
some
video
video
of this? I'd love to see what this thing actually looks like in real life.
Yeah,
I
this is-
haven't seen it.
Here we go.
Okay. Is it like Real Genius?
Sort of, yeah. Actually.
Movie?
Yeah. But it's instead of it's a defensive weapon.
Whoa.
I don't know.
That's fucking nuts,
I don't know
dude.
if it has enough energy to be an offensive weapon. It may not, at least not at the current output, because it's. Let's see. It creates. Well, it's got
God
a
damn,
got a
that's dope
range
to look at.
It's got a range of 7 kilometers. I'm not seeing what the kilowatt output is, but I don't know that it would be strong enough for an offensive weapon. But you could definitely start fires with it from space.
That's
Which is what Marjorie Taylor Greene said was
insane.
happening.
Yeah. I remember watching a 60 Minutes piece on our own U.S. Department of Defense. They were working on something like this as well. I'm not sure what happened to
We've
it.
got all sorts of stuff.
And it's ready to go now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We just don't have any reason to put it into play until it's time to put it into play.
Well, since you asked that, a bunch of listeners over the weekend asked me to ask you this question. They wanted to know if we have our own version of the Iron Dome. So if the United States was getting bombed the same way Israel is, do we have that here? And I said, I don't know the answer. I'll ask him.
anyways, so this thing can go up to 100 kilowatt or more.
Is the answer yes?
And the focus diameter of a coin, right? Like half an inch or so is 10 kilowatts. It's 100 kilowatts at 10 kilometers, which is 6.2 miles. That's good.
So we have a fucking Iron Dome here?
It can, and then the aim is to produce a system of solid state lasers, a pair of solid state lasers that when combined can boost the power all the way up to 300 kilowatt. Now that could be used as an offensive weapon.
Sure. And all of that sounds super interesting, but do we have an Iron Dome here? Because that's what people really wanted to know, and that was the question they kept asking.
How would I know? You know,
You wouldn't, but if you were a betting man, let's say in Vegas, I don't know, let's say on mybookie.com, would you bet for or against?
I wouldn't bet against Big Brother having better stuff than Little Brother. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Right.
Well, the reason I think everybody asked, and I had the same question with the audience as well, I'm with you guys, was would we know it until it hit? Because to my knowledge, we haven't been fired at the way that Israel has.
Well, we did have a spy balloon fly right over the entire.
We did, but they
length of
did
our
nothing.
country.
They did nothing to that. So
Yeah.
that's what led me to believe, like, well, maybe we don't. I guess I don't know.
Well,
'Cause
so
we
we-
should have shot that fucking thing down.
We have a lot of cool stuff.
All right. Why didn't we use it on the spy balloon?
Why would we? Why would you use it? Well, I mean,
Why would you just let it go across the country like that?
that I don't know, but why would you? Why would you burn the asset? Why would you burn the fact that you have that kind of
So
weapon
I
on
wouldn't.
a fucking balloon?
I wouldn't, but I would have sent up an F-16 or something to blow that thing out of the sky.
That's what they eventually did.
Yeah, but over the sea. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they went all the way across the country. You could have done it in fucking Montana or parts of Canada and just had it land in the woods. I think you'd have been fine.
Yeah, they were jamming the balloon, so I doubt it collected any real intelligence.
I think it did.
I kind
No,
of feel
I'm-
like
I think it
No,
collected a lot.
it would have been relatively easy to jam any outgoing signal from that thing, right?
I kind of feel like that balloon was the janitor from Billy Madison. Just like Miss Lippy's car is green. Like he's the spy and he finds out fucking nothing.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean,
Either way, I wouldn't risk it. If we sent a balloon over to China, you think they'd let that thing fly across the country? No. They'd blow that fucking thing out of the sky. Israel's shit, dude, would have fucking torched that goddamn balloon. But, yeah. Weird. So you got the answer there from Dan, okay? I think you got the answer. Was the camera on him at least?
I didn't answer anything.
Good. No, you didn't. You did and you didn't, you know? It was more a look you gave. That was pretty telling, in my opinion.
Can't be arrested for the way your face looks.
Sure, you can't. You sure can't. Next up, liberal news. Starting to pull Muslim anchors. MSNBC has quietly taken 3 of its Muslim broadcasters out of the anchor's chair since Hamas attack on Israel last Saturday amid America's wave of sympathy for Israeli terror victims. The network did not air a scheduled Thursday night episode of the Mehdi Hassan show.
Mehdi.
I don't know him. Mehdi Hassan show.
You would
I don't watch
recognize
it.
his face. He's like one of the biggest cunts in the world.
Okay. The Mehdi Hadan show on the
Hassan.
streaming platform. Whatever. Fuck him, dude. I don't watch the goddamn show. Streaming on the platform Peacock. Oh, no. Was there thousands of people watching Peacock? Or
Dozens.
hundreds? Yeah.
Dozens of people missed this program.
Oof. MSNBC also reversed a plan for Eamon. Could you give me these names today on a Monday? Moyeldin. Whatever, man. I'm
Yeah,
sure
that's
he's
right.
Muslim.
Yeah.
To fill in this week on the network to host for Joy Reid's 7 p.m. show on Thursday and Friday. Moyeldin, an Egyptian-American journalist and veteran of NBC News correspondent, covered the conflict from Gaza for 2 years. In 2021, he aggressively questioned Israeli leaders on strikes on the territory. 2 network sources with knowledge of the plans told Semaphore that the network also plans to have Alicia Menendez fill in this upcoming week for Ali Velshi. I don't know. I know none of these people, by the way.
Yeah, you're not missing
A
much.
third Muslim American host on Sunday who interviewed a spokesman for the Palestinian Authority. Some staff at MSNBC have been concerned by the moves, feeling all 3 hosts have some deepest knowledge of the conflict, and NBC says the shifts are coincidental. You don't say. And the 3 continue to appear on air to report and provide analysis. A company official vehemently pushed back against any notion that either Hassan or Moyeldin were being sidelined in any way. Over the past several days, Moyeldin has appeared on several programs on MSNBC as a guest, including on shows Joy Reid and Chris Hayes. Look, we know this is all a crock of shit, right? They pulled all these fucking people on purpose here. It's so obvious. Why even bother? Just say, look, tensions are high on both sides, and we're going to figure this out as we go along, and then we'll get back to you.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's odd.
Yeah, the NBC Universal EVP of Comms, Stephen Labaton, said, we have and will continue to cover the barbaric terrorist attacks on defenseless civilians in Israel last weekend and the tragic war it has provoked thoroughly and in all their dimensions. But it is the guy in question, one of the guys, what the fuck's his name? Moyeldin. He's appeared on other shows last week. But he was supposed to host all week, and so was another Muslim, and then Mehdi Hassan, who has always got a show, and all 3 of them were not hosting this week.
Yeah, I mean,
why
look,
would that be?
It's. I mean, we know the answer to this. Why the network's not saying it, I don't really.
I mean, the
understand.
question is who pressured them to do this, or is it just safetyism, or is there something else going on? It's very bizarre. Or maybe they don't want to. Maybe they don't want their people out there saying weird shit about Israel and causing problems. I don't know. I mean, just let them say whatever the fuck they want. Who cares?
Well, I think the other part of this is when you have a show like this and it is live over there, let's say one of these guys goes rogue and actually gives their honest opinion of what they want to happen. Of like, I hope this happens, or this is what's like Palestine, for example. People are getting torched for supporting Palestine right now. And what if they came on air and said something pro-Palestine? How would the network respond? Also, look, you got a lot of Jews in Hollywood, bro.
Yeah, certainly there's a lot of Jews in Hollywood, but doubtful there's a lot of MSNBC watchers who would be upset with supporting Palestine.
You know, I don't know. It's this one's an odd one to me because I'll go to social media and I'll look at celebrities bullshit, and it seems to be kind of 50-50 on this one, doesn't it?
I guess. Yeah, I don't really know. I mostly follow rational people, so they're like, yeah, let's not kill a bunch of innocents if we can help it.
I follow Mia Khalifa, and she's on the Palestine side.
Yeah.
So that one.
Well, if she's.
It's gonna hurt.
We can. I'll pay for you to first class to Haifa, and you can walk into Gaza, and tell them who you are.
Yeah, I think it'll be
And
fine.
then we'll see
right?
how it goes. It's probably about $15,000 for that. I'll pay for it.
To Mia Khalifa?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
That's an open invitation to go to fucking Gaza and see how rainbow and butterfly it is.
Well, not only that, but if you're truly about the cause, why wouldn't you want to go? Right?
Well, I mean, what's she
if
gonna?
you're her,
She gonna fight by sucking IDF dicks until they surrender?
I think it would help, don't you? If
Maybe.
if there was a way to get you to drop your weapon,
By the way,
it
this
would be
is,
through a sweet beach.
you know how she rose to fame, right? It was a threesome video that she made where she and another Muslim woman sucked some white dude's dick.
Really?
Yeah, it was her stepmom, her Muslim. Like, she's a Muslim, she's wearing the headscarf.
Okay.
Her mom's a Muslim wearing the headscarf, and they both fucked this dude.
But that immediately sent Bob down the rabbit
Oh,
hole
yeah,
he wanted
he's-
to go
he's
down
looking
today.
for it now.
Look at that.
And
dude.
she looks hungry.
She's starving in that
Like, hey,
picture.
take your time, honey. You can eat that thing.
No, you really can't, you know? No, but we needed to hear what she said. If you're going to post these statements, why not just go? You know,
Man,
or
this
why
is
not
the
help
most
out?
porn.
Yeah, this is-
porn-looking porn
Look
screenshot
at
I've
that.
ever seen.
Dude.
That's the one that really rose, where she rose to fame. That's Sean Lawless in the middle, by the way.
Well, she didn't do too many. I think she only did like 6 or 7 videos.
Yeah,
Total.
wasn't the story with her that she shot porn for like 2 weeks in a row, and then they all fucking exploded years later or something like that?
She did it when she was like 21.
Yeah.
And she was only doing it for like 3 months or something. But
And didn't get paid any money or something like
Made
that,
about,
and
I
then
think,
she
like
fucking
12 grand or something.
exploded. Yeah. Pop up that picture one more time. Look at her there. Yeah, I remember this. He was in a biker gang, right?
No, he was a GWAT veteran.
Oh, really?
He come back and said, you know what? I fucked a lot of you. I know how to do it.
Shut the fuck up.
No, I don't remember. I've seen the porn, but I don't remember any of the dialogue or anything.
I only remember the dialogue. I don't remember her without clothes on, Bob. I can only remember the dialogue. So when you showed, because you couldn't, the viewers couldn't see it here, Bob popped up a very pornographic picture of her topless. Also, there was a cock in her mouth and one in her pussy as well. But I didn't recognize it. You know, I just remember this, and I remember the dialogue of this, and I thought to myself, who wrote this? Because this is really good. And that person will probably never get the credit they deserve in this life. But good for Mia Khalifa there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could find out what year it was made and then look at the next year's AVN, because they do give awards for that.
They sure do.
Yeah.
They sure do. Are they amped about porn stars over in Gaza, you think? What's the ruling on that? Are you allowed to do porn over there?
Women don't have rights.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So-
Just wanted to make sure. Who we were supporting there. Next up, an Iranian invasion. No. U.S. Customs and Border Protection says 4 Iranians have been apprehended in Texas since the beginning of the month, adding that they are considered special interest aliens. Thought we weren't using that term anymore.
Yeah, I just say garbage people.
Same here. Aliens was on that list, though. We weren't supposed to say that either. Now we are.
Illegal immigrants, shitbags, fucking human garbage, whatever you want to say.
Okay. CBP sources told Fox News that one Iranian man in his 40s was taken into custody on Sunday morning in Eagle Pass, Texas, after crossing the southern border right around 3 a.m. The source added that the Iranian gave himself up to Border Protection agents after making the illegal crossing. The man, along with the other 3 Iranians, are considered special interest aliens because they are from countries identified by the U.S. government as having conditions that promote or protect terrorism or potentially pose some sort of national security threat to the United States. Special interest aliens also undergo additional vetting and questioning after being apprehended. Now, last week, CBP agents apprehended 2 Lebanese nationals at Eagle Pass, same place, who were also considered to be special interest aliens as well. You don't say. CBP has also apprehended an Egyptian man in his 40s And then separately at the Rio Grande Valley sector, officials have apprehended 19 Iranians and 17 Syrians since Monday. Wow. That is a big boy number there.
Yep.
What do you think gives? Dan, they were just looking for freedom?
Yeah. Yeah, because there's a lot of Syrians and Lebanese people who can afford to fly to South America and then make their way all the way up through South America and then pay a coyote somewhere between $15,000 and $85,000 per person to get into the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens, right?
You think they took a boat maybe to save some cash?
No. 'Cause
No, you don't think so,
It would
huh?
take 6 months. And somebody would notice.
Shit. Okay.
And
so
it
what
would-
you're saying is they flew over here.
What I'm saying is they flew on a commercial airline, and that was funded by the Iranian government or somebody like that, Hamas, Hezbollah, something like that.
So over the weekend here, along with the question about the Iron Dome, D'Anthony, a lot of people, listener-wise, after listening to the show last week, have been speculating that we're potentially headed for another 9/11. There's a couple people who work for three-letter agencies that said they've received details that there could be one coming up soon. Have you heard the same?
Yes.
Okay.
From former agency people and former FBI people and current and former FBI, State Department, and agency people. They're
Gotcha.
expecting an attack by the end of the year.
Yeah. So a few of our listeners out there who work at those agencies have hit me up and said the exact same thing. However, no details were given. You guys can feel free to go through my account. There's nothing sweet on there. But they didn't really give any details. If you're trying to shuttle in this many fucking people from over there, though, clearly you're trying to start some shit.
It's an invasion, yeah. So now Lebanon that's Hezbollah, right? People, military-age males coming from Lebanon, you can pretty much assume they're Hezbollah. John Kirby, who's the National Security Council spokesman, you remember that guy, that goofy-looking fuck that lied to us all throughout Afghanistan? That guy. He told reporters last week that Iran had, quote, broad complicity, end quote, when it comes to Hamas due to support for the terrorist organization. Now, interestingly, the Iranian government put out a statement at the UN this weekend saying that they would not support Hamas or even support Palestine unless they're directly attacked by Israel. So I don't know what went on behind the scenes, but somebody they may just be trying to deflect and still fully intend to fuck with Israel, but publicly they're saying they won't do it unless they get directly attacked. So that probably means they're going to try to stage some false flag attack and blame it on Israel, right?
Got it. Well, all this is fun to keep an eye on here, and the other side of this is who gives a shit about that wall?
Yeah.
Because if they caught these guys, how many actually got in then? Probably.
Well, we know for a fact that 260 people with derogatory status with the State Department have gotten in and passed Border Patrol since January, right? 260.
And they're just walking around somewhere, and we don't have any idea where they're at.
And then they're catching for these people that are somehow associated with terrorism. They're catching about 4 a week right now at Eagle Pass, right?
Yep.
Which is the biggest crossing, but it's 4 a week. So
Jesus Christ.
that's what they're catching.
All right. And what is the? I guess would it be a retaliation because we're supporting Israel, like the United States government is?
Most of the wars we've been involved in since World War II are specifically because of our support of Israel. Yes.
Okay.
Like
That's what the attack would be over.
The reason we were able to justify going into Iraq was that Saddam Hussein used to forget about all the like weapons of mass destruction shit. That was certainly part of it, but the bigger thing that preempted the weapons of mass destruction, because by the way we sold them those weapons of mass destruction, was that Saddam Hussein had a standing policy to pay the families of any Palestinian suicide bomber that attacked Israel or America, right? And then there's a decent chance that he made a move on H.W. Bush as well, allegedly, right? There was some plot to kill George H.W. Bush. So that's, pretty much everything we've been involved in has been because of that.
Great, dude. So this is all going to turn out fine, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, which is really interesting considering I'm still not entirely sure what it is Israel provides us.
Well, let me ask you that. Over the years, when they become official, 1948? What have they given us? Any money, any support? Did we ever go to war with them? Were they an ally in any wars we were in?
No.
Okay.
No.
So what do we give a shit?
We're contractually.
In all seriousness, what do we give a shit?
So for a very long time, we were contractually obligated to give them $2.3 billion a year. For what reason, I'm not sure. And then $3 billion. It got elevated at some point in the 2000s to $3 billion, but hundreds of billions of dollars we've given to them. Not as much as Ukraine, frankly, right? But if you count F-16s and other stuff like that, then yeah, it probably does. It's probably close to being equal, adjusted for inflation. But yeah, I don't know. People will say they came up with technology that we found useful. Maybe they came up with pharmaceuticals that we found useful. Maybe. So did China, by the way.
Yeah,
we paid them for it, just like we paid Israel for it, and we don't consider China a fucking ally, do we? You know what I mean? Like, allies do stuff for each other. What the fuck does Israel do for us exactly? The answer is nothing, frankly. And if you ask anybody in the intelligence community, they'll tell you that as well. Like, the old saying in the intelligence community is that Israel is an ally but not a friend. And you can take that for what it's fucking worth.
Yeah. Because we've been led to believe, just as Gen Pop here outside of military and whatever three-letter agencies you want to call them, as a dummy rocking around in the world here, they've always pitched it that was our last line of defense in the Middle East in case something went wrong, and Israel was going to be our buddy.
Israel's surrounded. What the fuck are they going to do?
That's what. So as these maps popped up over the weekend, that's what I thought.
If that's the case, why does every time Israel get attacked, the entire war drum beats for America's got to go defend Israel? I thought they were the fucking man.
Right.
What happened?
Also, we didn't defend them. Either time they were actually invaded, right? I'm sure.
Yeah, we never have
assistance.
Sure,
yeah.
We've always got our fucking nose in everybody else's business, but we never deployed people necessarily.
Now, the other part of this that I wanted to ask you about was Jamie Dimon over the weekend, obviously one of the richest dudes on the face of the earth, was saying, look, this isn't sustainable for the United States to keep paying for two different
I'm sorry, Janet
wars.
Yellen said we have plenty of money to pay for 2 wars.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
What? No way.
Yeah.
Is that what she said?
Yeah, the Treasury Secretary, that's what she said.
Fuck. Where do we get it all? Where do we get all that money?
Elon G., I don't want to hear about the CIA working with Mossad, dude. I don't know what you do for a profession, but this is my line of work, and it's not a running joke. It is a fucking fact. Israel is an ally, but not a friend. That's what people say, and it's because they withhold information constantly, and they do shit behind our back. They have the 3rd largest spy presence in the United States behind China and Russia. Do you know that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they are the number 3 country for spying on fucking America domestically. Fuck those guys. I'm tired of hearing this shit.
What was I saying right before that? Before you eviscerated somebody on YouTube.
JJ says, I thought Israelis just wanted to make the hair silky smooth. That's accurate.
Now, that is accurate. That is accurate. No, but after looking at the maps over the weekend, wouldn't it be super easy to kind of take over Israel? If the rest of the Middle East did go to war, what the fuck would we be able to do?
Well, Israel's got nukes and everybody knows it.
Okay.
So Syria, Lebanon, they make a move, they're fucking dead. Israel or Iran, they're big enough, to do stuff without necessarily worrying that Israel's going to attack them because they think they're kind of relying on blowback from the rest of the Muslim community, to be honest. They may not be wrong. MBS got scared into compliance pretty quick, right? I don't know what his motivations really are. And even in Jordan, there was 60% of Jordanians are fucking Palestinian, by like ethnically Palestinian.
Right.
That doesn't mean they necessarily have any kind of deep connection with the people in Palestine now, or in Gaza at least, but they're Palestinian ethnically, right? That's what Palestine was. Israel, where Israel and Palestine are now, it used to be called Transjordan, right? And not the way you think.
Oh man, a trans Michael Jordan would be awesome. He would dominate the NBA or the WNBA.
Well, he did. Remember when he dressed up like his mom to dunk basketball?
Right, dude. That was Grandma Ma. I think that was.
No. It was a fucking I think it was a McDonald's commercial.
Oh yeah.
Where his mom was like, "Whatever, Michael," and then it's him, Duncan. Anyways, yeah, they had massive protests in Jordan over the weekend.
I saw that.
That's a problem because Jordan is our ally. They're the only ally we have in the Middle East, frankly.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, the streets were fucking flooded. Did you watch that footage?
Yeah, but I mean, 50,000 people out of fucking 80 million.
Is that how many there is over there? Yeah,
I think so.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Because next up here, and this will tie
No, it's
into
11.5 million, but still, it wasn't like some of the other places, but
it looked big on camera.
Well, it was
here.
like Trump's inauguration, right?
It was the biggest ever. Yeah, that was the biggest live event in the entire world.
No.
It was Farm Aid. I think Farm Aid was one, and then Trump's inauguration was
the biggest live event in the world, I believe, was the guy. Remember the Moonies, those weird fucking Christian cult people from South Korea? I think it was his funeral.
Really?
Yeah, I think there was like 1.2 million people there.
God damn.
Yeah.
Dude. All right. But as far as Israel and the United States are concerned, President Joe Biden is considering a trip to Israel
He'll
later
be there
this
on
week.
Wednesday.
Oh, okay. He will be there Wednesday.
Maybe.
Put the camera on him for that. Christ. How do you miss that? Wow. All right. Well, let's go into the pros and cons of this, shall we? A Biden visit would show support for Israel.
Why doesn't he visit the fucking border of the United fucking States, the country he's president of?
He can't do it.
Fucking Christ,
He doesn't know where it is, dude. Neither does Kamala Harris. The only person who knows is AOC, but she hasn't been back.
I feel like they can afford an iPhone. It's
don't
got
know.
GPS on it. You can just put Eagle Pass in and fucking drive right there.
It's not great. I tried to use it this morning. It wasn't great.
I think it'll work.
So a Biden visit would be a show of support for Israel and a message to Iran and Hezbollah not to join the fighting. What do you think? Yes or no on that?
Yes or no on what?
If he shows up there and they meet and have, a photo session, all that other shit, what is Iran and them going to do?
No, I don't know. They know that we support Israel already. This isn't anything in addition to that.
Well, because to me,
This is just like fucking Churchill and Stalin and fucking FDR sitting down together. This wouldn't be surprising to anybody.
But to do it for him, this old bag of dicks, to fly all the way to fucking Israel and get out there on the public stage and shake hands with this fucking dude in front of the whole goddamn world, that's going to set people off, dude.
Probably, yeah. Yeah.
So, is it a great thing to do? Probably not. I don't know, man.
I don't know why you would announce it.
I don't either.
Like they announced I said Wednesday, it'll be Wednesday or Thursday. That's public information. You can find it on the internet if you look.
I'm on the internet right now, and it doesn't. But because right now the internet is saying no decision has been made, and also the Israeli Prime Minister's office declined to comment. White House National Security Council spokesperson Adrian Watson said, "We have no new travel to announce." Biden has offered unwavering support to Israel following the Hamas attack on October 7th.
Well, that's their version of not publicizing it. Like, oh, maybe we'll go, maybe we won't, and it'll be on this day at this time if we decide to. But no travel's planned yet. This is the most incompetent fucking government of all time. It really is, man.
But this will tie into the story you had at the top here. By the way, Dan writes the news in case you didn't know that. But if we got people coming in over the fucking border, and now our president's going to go out there to Israel and get on the fucking big stage with them, take some photos, and say support us.
Man, if I'm Secret Service, no fucking way I let that happen. No fucking way.
Man, it's odd to me. But all these people coming across the border, that's just that final push of like, all right, cool, man. You're really in bed with these fucking guys? Here we go. Then we're going to start blowing up shit over here. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Next up, the diabetic army. More than 2/3 of active duty service members are within the overweight or obese ranges of the body mass index, according to reports by the American Security Project released Thursday. Defense Department data shows that the obesity rate calculated using a person's age, height, and weight has more than doubled over the past decade from 10% to roughly 21%. And at the same time, more than half of young Americans now qualify as obese, and it's the number one disqualifier for recruiting prospects.
There are more active duty people that are obese than there are fucking teenagers that are eligible for the military right now.
That's pretty sweet, huh?
I don't know how that happens. I mean, you know, at 5:30 a.m. every day, you're supposed to go do PT, like run and shit.
Yeah, but look, Jared.
And then if they're fucking E4 and below, you literally control everything they eat. Most of these people are poor. They can only get food from the goddamn chow hall. What are you serving exactly that has them obese?
That's crazy.
For fuck's sake.
Jared, by the way, though, is one of those people. There was a meme going around about being able to run under an 8-minute mile, being overweight like that. Jared's one of those people who could just fucking.
He could do it right now. Yeah, I've seen him do it.
It's fucking bizarre to me. What do you do with this then?
Hire a bunch of Wolverines and buy some methamphetamine, put the Wolverines on the methamphetamine, and have them chase these fat fucks until they're not fat anymore.
Sounds like a good plan.
I don't know how fast Wolverines run, but
I don't
Bob,
either.
can you look that up?
Yeah. I'm all in on this, but it says the growing prevalence of obesity in service members reduces the readiness of the all-volunteer military, but it isn't a moral failing, it's a health crisis.
Can you give a guess?
How fast a Wolverine runs?
34 miles an hour.
A really fast human being is like 20, 22.
I think Tyreek Hill hit 22 the
22,
other day.
yeah. 30.
On the dot, 30.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I was pretty fucking close.
Yeah, what'd you say, 31?
He's at 34, but either
34?
way.
I went over. If this was Price is Right, I went over on this one. That's a goddamn shame, dude. I didn't want to beef that today. Why'd you do that, Bob? You know, I didn't want to go home like that today. I didn't want to leave the show today and not know.
Look, he hit the bullseye.
I
There's
hit
nothing
it.
you can
I
do.
get it,
You
dude.
could have said 29. Doesn't matter.
34 was so fucking. I mean, it was so close. Did you see the marathon runner who broke the record?
No.
Holy shit! Pop up his time and his thing. I mean, you pretty much have to run at a dead sprint. I think it's something gnarly, like 13 miles an hour. I think he was going for 26.2 miles. It was fucking insane. They were trying to dissect it the other day on the news of how fast this is. I remember there was one guy who was trying to go under 2 hours with some specialized shoes. This isn't him. This is a real dude who actually did this.
He
What was his time?
Oh man, he just missed under 2 hours.
He did?
2 hours 35 seconds.
Holy shit.
Nobody's done a sub-2 marathon, right?
Not
was the
without those
closest.
special shoes.
Yeah, but this dude has done it like 2:05 or less a couple of times
Yeah.
now in a row. And he's like 21 years old or 22 or some shit.
Yeah, it's nuts, man. But everybody was talking about that. Holy shit.
Is he from that same village in Kenya that all the other, like there's like a very large percentage, I don't remember what it is now, but it used to be 70% of the New York and Boston marathon winners were from not just from Kenya, but from the same goddamn village. Because they got hollow bones or something.
I don't think so. I think they've got Wolverines, dude, who are chasing them.
He is from Kenya, obviously. It's from
Why is that obvious, Bob? Because he's black?
Because they fucking.
They win everything
All right.
when it comes to running.
I'm just checking, Bob. You know?
He grew up in
Gotta ask
the
questions.
Chepsamo village.
Oh, I love that. I love that place.
It's a
I got
high altitude area.
Yep. I got an Airbnb there once in the spring of '04. Beautiful, beautiful country up there.
It's the home distance. It's the home town of another runner too. But I'm just seeing these two guys from this. It might be more the region.
It's ITEN. I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's like 6 hours northwest of Nairobi. That's where they all come from.
Yeah. There's not a lot of restaurants up there either.
It's like the place you're talking about, but it's 8,000 feet above sea level. So it's like running in the Rockies, basically. Like the Rockies are 7 to 14 or so, depending where you are. Yeah, I imagine if you train there and then, because Manhattan is at sea level, basically, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
they're really close. Boston, I think, is probably similar, right?
Yes. But if we opened up a Jersey Mike's there, Bob, we kind of franchise it up there in Ethiopia or what's it, Kenya? We can make a lot of cash. Something to think about, you know?
Yeah, I don't know if they're allowed.
To have Jersey Mike's there?
Yeah, they're Muslims, right? So they don't.
So
you
this-
can't put.
Are they
like-
really?
I don't think you can. Well, that's Jews can't put meat and cheese on the same sandwich.
Fucking A, dude.
But it's like most of the stuff at Jersey Mike's are pork products, right? It's like salami and shit.
It is, but I mean, shit, dude. If I couldn't have a Jersey Mike sub because of my religion, I just wouldn't want to do the religion anymore. You know, they're not a sponsor. They should be. I love a good Jersey Mike's, dude. Just sitting down, you know, having a nice, strong Jersey Mike's. Fucking A. Next up, reverse image search. This is a useful tool that you can use not to make yourself look like a retarded asshole. Squad member, the old squad, Ilhan Omar drew criticism for retweeting a photo of dead children with the caption, "Child Genocide in Palestine." The photo showed 7 dead children wrapped in whites and claimed that they were part of the 614 Palestinian children murdered by the Israeli IDF forces. A community note from X, formerly known as Twitter, stated that the picture was from a 2013 gas attack in Syria and not from the Israel-Hamas war. Fellow squad member AOC warned about the incredibly high amount of misinformation on social media about the ongoing war and urged her followers to pause and check for verification. If you see a claim, photo, or video that triggers a strong emotional reaction, take a moment to pause and check for veracity, confirmation from multiple sources, she wrote. Omar has since unretweeted the photo after criticism. Bob, let's do reverse image search right now.
Yeah, click that link.
Yeah, the CDN thing.
Yeah.
I got it. Where do you want me to reverse image search? Just on Google?
It doesn't matter where. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, so put this up on the full screen here. So this is an image. Let's say somebody would post this and be like, oh, shit, this is Palestinian fucking supporters are getting out of control in whatever city this is. Well, you can just drop this picture into a reverse image search,
Into Google.
and it'll tell you exactly where it came from, which is the goddamn Arab Spring 12 years ago, right? This is how easy it is. It takes seconds to look for this shit and verify whether or not what you're posting is reality, instead of making yourself look like a retarded asshole, right? Which I think is something we should all strive for, to not look like retarded assholes. I don't know why. Well, I mean, Ilhan Omar is a moron. AOC also a moron. She's done this before. I mean, AOC telling somebody to like look into the veracity of a picture is fucking funny when she's just taking selfies down at the border, crying through a chain link fence that has nothing on the other side of it. You know what I mean? Like that's pretty brazen of her, I suppose. But what are you gonna do? You know, people are fucked up. But again, this takes mere seconds. Just a couple of seconds. Like you just saw Bob do it. Put it back up on the screen and redo what you did. You can literally drag the link. Like you can copy the image link and then drag it onto, or drag the fucking file.
Yeah, I just took the file. I'm on google.com.
Put it back up on the screen.
Are you right? So
You
I
just
just go.
drag it over.
Is it that easy?
Yeah, you just drag the fucking picture
Here's the little picture.
onto Google. Just drag it on there. Put it in a little box, and it finds it where it came from.
Immediately.
It's
No
that fucking
shit.
easy.
So even at the top of the show, Bob, with the memes portion that we do on these Monday shows, take that video of the guy killing somebody during the celebration. That was posted on somebody's account saying that this had happened over the weekend because they were celebrating, you know, killings over there. And let's face it, they all look the fucking same with the bullshit on. So, like, I didn't know.
Yeah.
You know?
Westerners aren't going to know the difference.
No. They'll have no idea. And I feel like the majority of what I've seen on Twitter could be either side, and we have no fucking idea, right?
Yeah.
None. Because unless you work there, were in the military, or actually live there, who fucking knows? I have no idea. Shit. Until this week, I couldn't even tell you what a Palestine flag looked like. I still don't know if I'd be able to trace it by hand, you know? The colors and shit?
It's kind of like Mexico, right?
Yeah, it looks a little bit Mexican.
I don't know.
So, fucking A, dude. That's nuts. That's nuts. It's that fast now, huh? So what, like that photo, Bob, what year is that from right there?
2011.
2011.
Maybe 2012, but probably 2011 because that's when the bulk of the more violent protests happened.
But nobody's going to care, right? If you're just posting this shit on your
Well, this is what
on your page.
Like one of the big complaints about Trump, the Trump campaign and the Russian influence on Facebook and all that bullshit in 2016 was this. It was like old white ladies just click, reshare, or repost, or whatever the fuck on Twitter and Facebook. Just don't. Just don't. Just look. I mean, it's fucking easy to look. If somebody says something and it sounds like something you really want to believe, you should be even more suspicious then, because they're trying to fucking lure you into posting some bullshit that's not true. I don't want to hear anybody whining about fake news or propaganda when you're out there sharing fake news and propaganda.
Fake news. Fake news. Next up, Chapo lays down the law. Roadside banners prohibiting the production and sale of fentanyl have appeared in Mexico's northern state of Sinaloa, where the drug cartel is based. The machine-printed banners were purportedly signed by a faction of the Sinaloa cartel led by the sons of jailed Mexican drug lord El Chapo.
The Chapitos.
The Chapitos. You gonna blast this fool or what, Holmes? The sons are known as Los Chapitos. D'Anthony.
Also,
Their
the
infamous father.
Chapitos.
Yeah, that's what that means in Spanish.
Yeah.
The Chapitos.
Yep.
In Spanish. And the father, obviously El Chapo, was extradited in 2017 to the United States, where he is currently serving a life sentence. Guys, it been that long already?
Yeah.
6 years.
Well, I mean, they arrested him the first time in like 2010 or something, I think, but he escaped.
No, I'm just because I always go back to where Sean Penn was. So that bullshit was 6 years ago. Fucking A, dude. They have since taken over for their father's criminal empire in Sinaloa. The sale, manufacture, transport, or any other business dealings with fentanyl is strictly prohibited, including the sale of chemicals used to produce it. You have been warned. Respectfully, Los Chapitos.
Bob, you want to pull up that link? Because there's actually a banner that they made, like screen printed banner that's been hung on highways all over fucking northern Mexico.
Did they go to Kinko's?
Unclear.
Okay.
On that. I don't know. They may have a guy.
I mean, if they got a guy, they got a guy.
Maybe we should talk to him because we don't have a guy.
We don't have a guy.
Yeah. You find it?
It's not in the ABC story. I will find it though.
Oh, of the banner? Yeah, I saw the banner on the gates, by the way. It looked like, it didn't look very nice. It was nice enough, but it wasn't really professional. They didn't spend a lot of time on that, kind of jazzing it up.
Yeah. Well,
There was
look, it was a low quality image that they blew up.
Here we go.
You know what I
here.
mean?
Yeah, check it out. Atención. Yeah, Bob. So atención means attention in Spanish.
Attention, Chapitos.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
But we talked about this last week when Rocco was here, right? There are some people in the news who try to throw cold water on this, like, oh, he would never do that. It's like, because they make a lot of money. Now, the word on the street is that the Sinaloa cartel, which is El Chapo and the Chapitos, they're still selling fentanyl to people in the northern Mexican states, just not across the border.
Okay.
So they don't care if their own people die. They just don't want to get any heat from the U.S. Now, this banner went up about 2 weeks after the U.S. government sanctioned Los Chapitos. I don't know in what form, because I couldn't find any information on that. I don't know what that means to sanction somebody. I mean, usually what it means is if they're trying to do any kind of business across border, that'll get shut down. And then with international trade partners, if they're involved in a business or something like that, then the U.S. won't do business with it. But two of them have $10 million bounties from the U.S. So I don't think they would. That's not sanctioning. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
they want to capture them. So I don't know exactly what's going on, but I do think it's something similar to what I said last week, which is that they've made a deal with the Sinaloa cartel to get fentanyl out of here. Which I
don't mind.
No.
Like, if that's the deal you're cutting, cut that deal. I mean,
out of 110,000 overdose deaths last year, 75,000 were fentanyl.
yeah.
75,000 people.
And there's a lot of them in Texas, dude. I know there was a huge rally of Texas mothers that went up to the Capitol to talk about it and everything else. So, look, if this is what it's come to, it's great. Again, I always assumed it was China from what I said on last week's episode.
Well, the fentanyl may be coming from China, yeah. But the Mexicans are the ones getting over the border.
Yeah. Next up, President Trump has been hit with a gag order in the D.C. case with the Judge Chutkin. I love that name because it fits her. Tanya Chutkin.
She named it, she should change it to Chudkin.
Did she really?
Like Chud. No, she should.
Oh, she should. It'd be great. A federal judge on Monday issued a gag order on former President Donald John Trump, limiting what he can say about special counsel Jack Smith's federal prosecution into his alleged attempt to subvert in the 2020 presidential election. Now, the order restricts Trump's ability to publicly target court personnel, potential witnesses, or the special counsel and his staff. The order did not impose restrictions on disparaging comments about Washington, D.C., where the jury will take place, or certain comments about the Justice Department at large, both of which the government requested. This is not whether about I like the language of Mr. Trump and what he uses. Judge Tanya Chutkin said this is about language that presents a danger to the administration of justice. His presidential candidacy does not give him carte blanche to vilify public servants who are simply doing their jobs. Now, Trump is going to appeal this order, obviously, and people are questioning, the First Amendment here on this one and whether or not he's got the right to free speech, speaking about his case.
Yeah, I don't think gag orders. Bob, your family's in the legal business. Can you explain why a gag order would even be a thing? Why should that be constitutional from your perspective, if you have any?
It might be. Isn't the Fifth Amendment the one with not incriminating yourself?
Sure, yeah, but that's like you have the right to incriminate yourself, but you also have the right not to.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I could think of is if it would affect a jury. I don't really understand gay. I don't
yeah,
know.
but he's not just on trial. He's also running for fucking president. And he has I think he has the right to defend himself in public in any way he sees fit, because they're the ones coming after him in public. This isn't about Trump, by the way. This is about anybody.
Right.
I don't give a fuck about Trump. If somebody's coming, especially when it's a political candidate or somebody that's in business, not to say that they're more important, but it's a different scenario, right? Somebody's coming after you personally and you're a nobody. You could probably handle that, right? You know what I mean? Like talking about it in public doesn't do anything. But everybody knows everything about this case already. You know what I mean? It's not like they're poisoning a witness pool or something, or a jury pool.
Right.
Everybody knows about this already. That's the main concern, but everybody already fucking knows.
Yeah, that's what I don't really get here. Now, she did use specific words here of what she thought was wrong.
Like the N-word?
Close.
Shit.
Close. And says in a social media post, Trump has attacked Chutkin as a biased, Trump-hating judge, which she is, and called Jack Smith deranged and a thug, as well as attacked individual members of his team. And here's what she said. The judge, when you start using a word like thug to describe a prosecutor doing their job, that wouldn't be allowed by any other criminal defendant. Just because the defendant is running a political campaign does not allow him to do whatever he wants.
Why not?
That's what I don't get.
It's my opinion that person's a thug.
Yeah, or acting
like Alvin Bragg
like a thug.
is a fucking thug.
Yeah.
He's an idiot. Mm-hmm. I should be able to say that.
I don't understand why.
Jesus fucking Christ, man. This is
there's more to this. She added, if the message Mr. Trump wants to express is my prosecution is politically motivated, he can do so without using highly charged language. What gives her the right to determine that?
She has no right to determine that. As a matter of fact, he should put out a fucking 8-hour-long speech today just calling her a cunt over and over again. That would be the appropriate way to handle this.
Oh, man, dude. At some point here, the Supreme Court has to step in, right? I mean, there's just no fucking way around this.
Yeah, I don't know. They've been trying really hard not to.
I know. Why, though?
I don't know. I mean, the Supreme Court doesn't reach down into the lower courts and pull things up. Things have to be submitted to them, typically.
Okay. Because he is suing Jack Smith for this, and they're hoping, I guess, that goes to the Supreme Court. Speaking of which, the last story here to close this out is he has now filed a lawsuit today over the Steele dossier there. So Trump sues ex-British spy over the dossier containing the shocking and scandalous claims. A lawyer for Donald Trump told a London judge Monday that the ex-president plans to prove that the shocking and scandalous claims about him in a largely discredited report by a former British spy were false and harmed his reputation. Trump has sued the company founded by Christopher Steele, who created a dossier in 2016 that contained rumors and uncorroborated allegations about Trump that erupted in a political storm just before he was inaugurated. Trump is seeking damages from Orbis Business Intelligence for allegedly violating British data protection laws here. Why didn't this come down a long time ago?
I don't know. That's a good question. It could be that he just didn't file the charges or file the suit before because, you know, he was just going to move on with his fucking life.
Or he was president at that time, I guess?
No, that wouldn't stop him, but, you know, just...
Well, has a president ever filed a lawsuit from inside the Oval Office?
I mean, I don't think so. Maybe it's possible, but you couldn't file it for defamation or anything because you're a public figure and you're not going to win that case, especially if you're the president. I mean, you're pretty much... And that's should be the same standard held for like a fucking district attorney or a judge or any of these other elected positions, elected or appointed positions. Mm-hmm. Like the citizenry has the right to say whatever the fuck they want about you. That's kind of the point of this country, you know? So this woman that's like, oh, you can't talk to fucking elected prosecutors like that. That is effectively like saying if somebody got subpoenaed by Congress, right, to come testify, or they're getting investigated by Congress for something, and you're telling the person being investigated that they're not allowed to talk bad about Congress now. Really? So now we're not allowed to talk bad about Congress. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see where that goes? That's like fucking stupid. There's no way that could be the case.
Yeah, it's all extremely odd here because in this article, it also goes on to say that Steele was paid by Democrats to compile research that included salacious allegations that Russians could potentially blackmail Trump for sexual activity. Trump said the dossier was fake news, and a political witch hunt. Now, this is by the AP. So you're basically, this is the first time that I've read an article that came out and said, well, the Democrats did pay for this. Because usually we never fucking hear about that. Now, I know you've said it a million times on this show.
Well, Hillary Clinton got fined for it.
How much?
It was for campaign misappropriation fee, fund misappropriation. I think it was like $2,500 or something.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
so she's done.
Yeah, she's probably going to have to file for bankruptcy.
Yeah.
She's all done there. But, yeah, I wonder why now, unless you're going to use this in the campaign itself as you keep going. The interesting part about all of this shit that's going on is I think early voting is getting ready to start here in Iowa for the primaries. I mean, that's how close we're getting to all of this shit. I don't know how you're going to keep fucking doing this over and over again. And then get some breaking news here. An ISIS terror in Brussels right now. 2 dead in a shooting. And a man is claiming to be an ISIS member avenging stabbing murder of U.S. Palestine boy 6. Okay, I remember that story over the weekend. Opened fire on a group of people that were wearing Swedish football shirts ahead of a Euro 2024 qualifier and then went on the run.
Doesn't that kind of feel like when that dude in 2005 attacked the Sikh place? Uh-huh. It's like, you know, Sweden's not the U.S. or Israel. As a matter of fact, Sweden doesn't, I don't think they have very many Jews.
It also says the match was between Belgium and Sweden. I don't think Belgium has shit to do with it either, right?
No.
So the match has been suspended now with players and fans locked inside the stadium. This is currently going on as we speak. The city's terror alert has been raised to a level 4, which is its highest. God damn it, man. Fuck all these people, dude. Because then this is shit just going to happen around the world at this point for no fucking reason whatsoever. And for what? What's your answer for it? Is it just like you said? What the fuck do Sweden or Belgium have to do with this? And especially at a soccer game.
It's just like it's a white, so I got to get him, I guess. I don't fucking know. I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I'm not sure where Sweden really falls politically when it comes to all this shit, to be honest.
They're in the middle, aren't they? They never fucking do anything.
That's Switzerland.
Oh, Switzerland.
Yeah,
okay.
but I don't know what, on this specifically, it may be, right? Maybe Sweden doesn't give a fuck.
Why would you?
I don't know why we do.
Sweden did suspend their aid to Palestine 5 days ago after the Hamas attacks.
There we go. So the way to get back at them is to kill their citizens.
Yep. At a soccer game. Looking at these images now, yeah, I mean, they're still inside. They're still locked in this fucking stadium right now. So, wow. What the fuck, man? This shit's going to get way goddamn worse here. Now's the point of the show. We get to the Drinkin' Bro of the week. Look, we leave the studio doors open so you guys can come on in and give out your Drinkin' Bro of the week. Got a couple listeners here today. Who wants to come on up first? There you are. You're closest. Come on in. Come on in, sir. There it is. Yeah, you can go around the back over there and then put that old microphone about an inch from your face, sir. Look at you.
Oh, that seems familiar.
Yeah, doesn't it? Doesn't it?
Yeah.
What's
it
going
sure
on,
does.
dude?
No, not much. Out here on a business trip, actually.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Shit. Thanks for stopping by, dude.
I planned the business trip, though. So, yeah.
You did? For this show?
Maybe.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it. What? I'm asking. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Did you have some hard AF seltzers?
I did.
All
Delicious,
right.
man.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. They go down smooth, and then they'll sneak up on you, friend.
Yeah, I
Just
stopped
be
drinking
careful.
them like a while ago.
Just be careful. Be careful. Tell everybody your name.
Anthony.
Anthony. Who'd you like to give Drinkin' Bro of the Week to?
I gave it a lot of thought, but it's got to go to my wife, quite honestly.
All right.
Coming up on our 19th anniversary the end of this month.
Oh, shit. Cheers.
Or no,
mine's in 2 days.
17th. I've been with her for 19 years. I correct myself.
Oh, gotcha.
But yeah, she's been with me through deployments, through medical retirement, through all kinds of stuff. So she is what keeps me together in the head most of the days.
That's awesome.
I was actually the inspiration for her master's in mental health degree.
Really?
So
Because of your mental health?
yeah.
That's awesome. Is she using it?
Oh yeah. She actually teaches at a couple colleges and
No shit.
has some other stuff that she does too.
Well,
yeah.
definitely don't say which ones they are. I don't want her to get in trouble for this fucking show. You know what I'm saying? Jesus. We appreciate you being here. It's been rad, and you were with a little homie here today. Who's that? Did you guys just meet today?
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
That's funny, man. That's the story of this show, though, and all the listeners. Like, because I saw you guys chatting it up back there, and I was like, all right, cool. But it's like a weird shared experience.
Yeah.
When you come in here, everybody's able to drink, hang out, and do all the fun stuff. Is he allowed to come up and give out Drinkin' Bro of the Week? Yeah, that's you, buddy. Come on up. Drinkin' Bro of the Week. Come on in, dude. Oh, look at that, dude. He drank the booze, and now he's near blackout. I love it, dude. You're looking kind of iffy, friend. You know, I like it.
I'm calling an Uber. So
You're calling an Uber for
Yeah.
sure.
Be
Put that
responsible.
put
Don't
that
drink
about
and
an inch from your face. That microphone. There you go. Boom. Tell everybody your name.
Bradley Freeman.
Bradley Freeman. You fucking wasted, Bradley.
Not quite yet.
Okay, but you're getting there.
Getting there.
That's what. Look, that's what you should do. You
Well,
come in onto the studio. You should have some hard AFs and fuck shit up. You know?
I stopped at Copper Shop before I came here.
What's that?
It's a distillery in Bastrop.
Oh no shit. I haven't been.
Yeah, they got an open air still and a cigar bar.
Well, that's dope.
Really good.
God damn. Okay. What's the name of it?
Copper Shop. Take your wife. They got like a really cool little downtown in Bastrop. Not like 1950s vibes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
There's a lot of little towns up here like that. Driven Springs kind of feels like that.
Yes, it does.
Buda kind of feels like that. It's nice. I like that. That's what I thought Texas was going to be. That's what I wanted Texas to be, you know?
Yeah. Well, you came from what? North Carolina and Georgia?
North Carolina, Georgia,
You ever been to Weaverville?
Weaverville?
North of Asheville.
No. I've been in Asheville, though. I love
Asheville's
Asheville.
cool.
I love Asheville.
I like the airport. Charlotte's airport sucks. Asheville's airport's good.
Okay.
I spend too much time in airports. So.
Yeah, so do I. So do I, friend. But we're about to hop on a plane on Wednesday night here.
To Ohio.
Ohio. The Ohio State University. They're playing Penn State.
Is there
We will
anything
be there.
redeeming about Ohio? It's like Iowa.
Columbus
You
is great.
Columbus? I've been there.
Columbus is a great city. Not the big fan of Toledo, Cleveland, or Cincinnati. It's just not. It's not really that big. Like
I think it's the
Cleveland's
water.
kind of got just a handful of bars, and then it goes into a ghetto, and then Cincinnati's only got like 10 bars and restaurants, and that's kind of it.
I think a lot of Ohio is that way.
Yeah.
It's just
Columbus though is a massive city where you're like, all right, this is a blast from end to end, and you could go 40 minutes either way and have a good time.
I'll have to try that.
Yeah.
I haven't been there yet.
It's fun. I think it's top 25 cities in the nation, I would guess. They got an NHL team, so you're good.
Actually, I was surprised. I went to south side of Chicago recently. Not that bad.
No.
No.
Come
Wasn't
on.
that bad.
Did you go after dark?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Went to a few Italian restaurants there. Wasn't that bad.
No shit.
I mean, it was rough, but
Right.
there's places in Houston I wouldn't go. So
No, me too. Who'd you like to give Drinkin' Bro of the Week to?
a friend of mine I work with, Daniel Mullins.
Okay. What's up with him? What's his sitch?
He helped me a lot getting some of this stuff sorted out with, we sell body cameras. I don't want to put their name on blast, but
That's dope.
yeah, he helped me.
Did you bring a couple for me and Anthony just to fuck around with?
I can.
All right.
I can bring that and
I'd like to
tasers.
strap up in the bedroom and the taser. I'll take the taser too. Let's go.
Well, we just released a new one, so
Did you really?
yeah,
All right.
it's that company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
People will figure it out.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Well, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
How long you been listening to the show?
2 years now.
All right. Welcome, dude.
I found y'all by accident.
No shit.
Angry Cops. The episode y'all did. With
Oh,
Angry
yeah.
Cops.
He's great. Shit,
Yeah,
man.
Richard High. I've actually been to, not Baltimore, fucking New York State, Bills, Buffalo.
Yeah.
There you go.
I went to dinner with him after that episode, and because I didn't know him that well,
Yeah.
I fucking really enjoyed
He's
that
a
guy.
super nice human being.
He's cool as shit,
He's a
man.
super nice human being.
We had a fucking lovely dinner. He's great, dude.
Yeah, he bought that Merv with that fire truck. Mm-hmm. And I did fire truck stuff, so it was kind of, there's not a lot of us that do fire trucks.
Okay. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Shout out to Angry Cops.
Yeah, he's a good
I'm
guy.
a big fan of that dude. Yeah. I enjoy, because sometimes you're doing the show, like you only get to know people for
Yeah.
an hour and a half, and that's kind of it. I enjoy when we can hang out and actually go to dinner and be like, oh, well, shit, that's a fucking rad
How's that
person.
Zeus guy?
Zeus in real life?
Yes.
He's the best.
Same as he is in,
Yeah, dude. He's the best.
his fucking songs are good.
He's-
I grew up with Tejano. I'm from
Oh, did
West
you
Texas.
really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Bro. He's so, he's just oddly funny, and he's got a weird, like,
Yeah.
stilted, like, sense of humor. I love it, dude. I love Zeus, but I've known Zeus for years.
Oh, okay.
So I've known him before he came on the show.
Okay.
Him and I went to, why did he invite me to? Red Hot Chili Peppers concert.
Well, see,
And,
he grew up
took my
in
kid.
Brownsville. My dad grew up in Brownsville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is right there, right at
Yeah,
the border.
well, my dad was in Brownsville before it was Brown.
Oh, way
that
back
old.
in the day, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if it makes it any better for you, they're trying to make it white again, so we'll see.
Yeah,
Elon
hipsters
Musk
ruin
is-
everything.
Elon Musk is, dude, you know?
It's a good place to launch rockets.
Why? Why is that?
Why not?
Just because there's nothing there?
There's nothing there.
right.
What are you going to do? Hit Matamoros?
I've never been, man. I have no
Matamoros
idea.
sucks. Reynosa sucks. Laredo's cool.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's another border town.
Yeah, both sides is pretty cool.
Okay.
Matamoros and Reynosa, rough.
I'll take your word for it. I'm not going down there. I'll take your word for it. I got
It's
3
not bad.
kids, dude. I'm not going to fucking risk
got
it.
2.
What
It's
am I
no
going to
big
go
deal.
down there? Have a fucking shot of tequila with
Well,
my
you go
homies?
through there to go to Monterey. Because let's be honest, you want to go to Monterey.
Where's Monterey? California?
Monterey, Mexico.
Oh, I haven't been there either.
It's nice. It's a good place. It's a really cool place.
I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it. I'm not heading there. I'm not fucking going there right now. We appreciate you tuning in, kids. Again, if you're in Austin, just pop on by the studio, man. You can give out Drinkin' Bro of the Week live on air. Don't forget to go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review. Also, head on over to Spotify. It's just a 5-star, and you can walk away. For D'Anthony Holloway, I'm Ross Patterson. This is Drinkin' Bros Fake News. Good night, everyone.